Welcome back to another episode from the Critics Collective. I'm Ron, and we are talking Love Is Blind. I know we talk a lot. I tend to talk a lot. You could ask my wife, but whether it's about video games or reality shows, movies, television, and film, we like to collectively, as a group, talk about some stuff. And if you feel the same way, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. We'd love for you to join the collective family. Now, this is going to be a two-part thing. Last year, season 9, Love Is Blind, my first time watching Love Is Blind. It's my first time watching reality television show loving stuff like that in a while, really, since like, I don't want to say real world, like date myself right there. My eyes got big there because I'm just doing the math, the anniversary or whatnot. But like Bachelor and certain shows like that, I did a little bit, but I just got away from it. And for whatever reason, I got thrown back into it, and it was a deep dive. So last time we watched stuff live, we streamed it, stuff like that, which you can still watch and experience if you haven't seen season 9. But this time, real life caught up with me, and I had some other things I was doing, but I was able to watch it. So I'm going to give this to you with no rating. I'm just going to, as we get ready for the reunion, as we get ready for whatever we're going to, next season. So this season takes place in Ohio. All right. Haven't been to Ohio, but you got Ohio that is there. Now, what I picked up was it was like more money spent. And what I mean by that, it felt like they spent money. The editing, certain things was crisp, like the music, right? The music was groups or songs that I knew, right? And I knew it. And I'm like, wow, you spent some money on this. But then I missed the AI sounding music, if that makes sense, because the music for that, somebody will say, well, I don't know, man. I can go all night long. And if you know, I do it. And then you hear all night long, all night, as it would switch and give you B-roll, right? And so you didn't have that. The pod seemed fast-paced, a faster pace, and I like it. It felt like the executives were like, you know what? Nobody gives a fuck about the pods. It was all right. They really want to get to the part where the rejection sets in, the retreat or the vacation, and then all hell breaks loose, and then guess who's gonna get married? And let's give them more of that. It looks like the women once again are stepping up. They're stepping up. Most of the men on this show, for some reason, seem like jerks and jokes, both J and J. I just think it's crazy because more women, I think, outpopulate the men on Earth, but the team for this keeps, whether on purpose or not, they keep finding these guys. Respectfully, I'm just lumping it together, that don't look like they amount to shit. Like Dope Mommy and her limb. If you know what I'm talking about, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I watched the first part twice. Now you're like, parts, there's episodes. I watched it all the way until they did the retreat. Okay, I watched it twice. First time I covered the television, I was blindfolded. I wanted to see what would happen. If that's the case, then off the top of my head, it'd be like Emma, Brittany, Christy. There are certain voices I heard. Now, Amber and Jordan, as well as Chrissy and Vic, they look really good from the jump. Alex and that situation, that looks like it is just Alex is playing soccer for all the wrong reasons. Okay. There's a sense of, I don't know, realism that should be there. Like if you ever leave the house, that you should have to come back and talk to the person and say, hey, what's going on? What's, face to face, that should be a reveal right there. I think that'd be cool. I think before the honeymoon retreat, I know Bree kind of mentioned it, there should be exes, not the exes on the show, like the real exes, bring them back and let's see what happens. And then you sprinkle them in with some other people later on at that little get together they always do. I think that would be bubbly. I'm just saying. But for whatever reason, those cast members, this shouldn't be on a game show like Love Is Blind. There's a certain one, Chris, certain one where it's like, I want love and all this other stuff. And it just feels like he doesn't seem like the guy who gets it. He reminds me of a jerk dude from the last season that was dealing with Sparkle Megan, but I don't know. But that's just what it is. So and when I said I watched it twice, when I did watch it where I got a chance to see who everybody was, if I go through each person, right, each couple, you had Alex and Ashley. Again, they look good, like a really good power couple. They even talk about on the beach about the power couple thing, what they're going to do. I feel like that has a good look. I feel like Alex is going to fuck that up, okay? Because he just seems like that guy who, there's just something. Chris and Jessica, love Jessica. Jessica reminds me of any major actor that you could have put on the CW or the WB or UPN, whatever, and you watch like those like preteen, younger adult drama romance thing. I feel like Jessica would have just fit right in on that one. Connor and Bree reminds me of Sparkle Megan. Not for anything wrong. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it. Connor is chill, and he reminds me of the person that dated Sparkle Megan. I don't know. I don't, maybe you see it, maybe I don't know. Devontae and Brittany. Oh my gosh, Brittany. I don't think she knows what she's got herself into, because that interaction when Devo meets her for the first time, that did not seem very good. That did not seem like, it didn't seem like I don't know. Didn't. Now, Vic and Christine, I feel like they reminded me of a couple from season 1, where it just looked like they hit, the chemistry was there, the foundation was there. No one's worried about them. The only shock would be if something implodes towards the end. You have Mike and Emma. I think Connor messed up with Emma, and I think Connor would pay for that. We'll find out. Mike seems like a good dude, but Mike is really I don't know. There's just something like that. There's something there. I don't know. Amber in her hair. I feel like, again, I just started watching the show. There's always somebody with hair, and it looks like it's Amber. Amber's got that big hair. I don't know if she's from Texas. I don't know. It works for her. Don't get me wrong. It works for her, but she goes with the big hair for sure. And Jordan seems cool, man. Jordan seems like, I don't know, he plays the Division 2 or Arc Raiders or something. I don't know. He just seems like a cool dude to chill with. I don't know. But having another situation with a child, being a stepdad, a step parent in general, that's a lot of stuff to kind of think about in a short period of time. And the ones that made it, they're gonna be that. Now, I did think it would be cool if they came up with like an app, right? Can you imagine, like, you pair this show with a real dating app, right? And you see the weird color on the phone, and you get to know them over talking. And you have to like talk to them a certain amount of time before you can actually meet them somewhere, whatever. I think that'd be cool. Or you meet them and it's live, it's recorded, it's its own reality show, and you do that. I don't know. As far as Netflix playing the game, a lot of us try to play this game. I don't know what reason I actually was trying to play the game, or what we're all doing it. I don't know. I think we just need more to do. But if Netflix gave you an option to blur out images and stuff like that, that would be pretty cool. If the screen changed colors and you just heard the voices and you saw the names, that would be pretty cool if there was a different experience there. Or if you took the cast members that just don't make it for every season, you let them talk or say something about themselves, nothing long, nothing crazy, and then you sit there and kind of take notes and be like, all right, this person, and then after the ham sandwich, the reunion, then you'll go ahead and you'll see that person for the first time, like, oh, okay. So I don't know, but it was cool to watch it, just the voice, no notes, and then see the reveal and be like, I didn't expect that. But once again, that's another thing. They constantly are asking questions, and then you know who the fuck they are. You're like, so what's your favorite movie? Do you like Love and Basketball? I never heard of that. What's your favorite movie? I like XYZ. And you're like, okay. When I say Fabuloso, it's the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. All right. You like spicy food? Like, they just, and I'm like, why are they not stopping them on this? I don't know. Whatever. But you could have been anywhere in the world, and you chose to be here, part 1. I can't wait to get into part 2. If I could predict who ties the knot, because I feel like it's going to be that small, it would be Vic and Christine, Mike and Emma, Jordan and Amber are my second couple after Vic and who else? I feel like Connor and them, that's a wild card. That's all I'll go with. But we'll see. You could have been anywhere in the world. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. Until next time.